So that is it, y'all. 16 pages. Once again, I am very shout out to Document Things number one for the receipts. Okay. I tagged him because I seen a back and forth because of the shit going on with JT on the internet, with her new music dropping and fans arguing, because now all of her haters are Bartier and stuff like that. And then I saw that people have posted this because of what JT said about Stephon Diggs, right? And his alleged situations, legal situations, regarding sexual crimes. And so they were throwing it back in her face like, oh, but what is your man doing? So, child, this is what your man been doing. And it ain't the first lawsuit. It won't be the last. Corporations face lawsuits every time. But if what the plaintiff is laying out in this lawsuit is true, I am really disgusted with Uzi, his team, Rock Nation, and with JT. And JT has her own assistant now. And of course, I see him a lot because I follow him. I mean, I follow her on Snapchat, but I do remember JT saying something about, them sharing assistants, and the assistant, one of her dogs is still in LA because the assistant or someone chose to keep him. And I think that this might be this girl. So working for celebrities is really hard because they are kind of on 24/7. They have really intense schedules when it comes to touring and recording in the studio and everything. But as people of a certain tax bracket, I just think that you should be way more responsible with your money, especially in supporting the team who is supporting you, who is making your job possible. If you guys want the documents, let me know and I'll send you the link below in the comments. But yeah, and it's really interesting because you know how like that whole situation happened with Uzi supposedly getting at Ice Spice during the BET Awards when she was first coming up, and then JT and Ice having a problem with each other because of that allegedly. And this is at the time when they were still cool with Nicki, right? And so it's like, wow, Uzi, you really a ain't shit nigga. Like, you really will flirt with anybody. Like, you don't have no respect for JT and your relationship. Like, JT, you gonna still be with him. And it sucks because, like, this is what these girls settle for. Because, once again, like, if JT wasn't with Uzi, she could not sustain her lifestyle on her own. Here he is buying her expensive cars, which she does not drive, because she does get driven everywhere, especially living in New York City. So he does provide her with a great lifestyle. But is this worth all of that? I mean, I guess it is, and it's really more embarrassing because cheating is one thing, but cheating with an employee is disgusting, and we're all finding out about it. And with the track record that Uzi has, it's truly embarrassing on JT's part. And I don't expect JT to be perfect. As women, we are not perfect, especially in love and relationships. But, now your professional lifestyle is getting roped in with his, and it's not looking good, especially if you're the one that's on the phone insulting her and intimidating her. And y'all should have had a plan for if JT was going to fire her assistant, who was going to pay this girl. And that's what I don't like about celebrities, is that they try to get a lot of work out of you for the least amount of money. Ain't y'all sitting on millions of dollars? What's the tea? Like, what's the reason why y'all can't pay y'all staff? And even in the lawsuit, it said that the other people on Uzi's staff was feeling some type of way about the assistant leaving and coming back because while she was gone, the driver and his other staff had to step up and complete her responsibilities while she was away. So they was feeling some type of way. But she, in this lawsuit, she was basically saying like, but y'all not getting paid either, right? Like, y'all are not getting paid for all of the expenses that you guys are incurring out of pocket. And one of the things that we need to, respect, and as people of color, we need to make sure that we're following the law, because these white bitches will take your ass to court. All right, Uzi, I am taking you to court. And I'm gonna get all of what I owe plus interest. And to me, it's just so disrespectful that y'all be sitting on millions, can't even pay your assistant 100,000, but want them to be available 24/7. Plus, not only buy you food, your entourage food, make sure you got your drugs. Oh, and speaking of drugs, JT, is it worth it? Like a couple months back, Uzi was rushed to the hospital. Here you can see them, an ambulance with a whole bunch of umbrellas covering it and what looks like a security guard. He was said to have stayed in the hospital overnight. To this day, nobody knows what happens. And of course, yeah, your medical things can be private or whatever, but usually if it's something sort of innocent, it usually would come out in the press. And JT was there with him, by his side. But I really felt like during this time, Uzi was allegedly overdosing, and he is allegedly, according to this lawsuit, he's smoking weed on Oxycontin as well as Xanax, right? This is not really surprising for us, but it's like, to see it in black and white in the paperwork, it's just like, bro, I really need Uzi to calm down, take better care of himself. And I don't know, bro, for JT, I just don't know if I could be in a relationship with this type of person for real. But, with power is very important. And as well as money, especially this day and age. And JT, I wonder, like, how much is it going to take for you to know that, like, you deserve better? You're being disrespected. But number two, I showed this to show that, like, this was a really covered up really well by Rock Nation, and Uzi's affiliation to Rock Nation is very good for him because, like, none of this stuff really got out. We could have known what he overdosed on, but it never got out. And he's had other lawsuits that have been drowned out by Rock Nation's power and stuff like that. And this might be one of them, especially if it is true that the lawsuit has been dropped. As long as the girl gets paid, I don't care. But I chose to still read the lawsuit and still cover it because even if it gets settled outside of court, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And it doesn't mean that the perpetrators don't deserve to be held accountable. You cannot pay away all of your problems. And if you can't pay away your problems, why didn't you pay the girl while she was working for you? So yeah, man, with more things that I have been learning recently, I'm really starting to see that, not starting to see, but I'm getting more and more like tea and really concrete things on Rock Nation, and I'm not liking it. I mean, I never really liked it, but when you see the receipts coming out and you see them getting buried, and even the discussion of this lawsuit in the media was really minimal. And honestly, within 24 hours of the lawsuit being announced, it was already being covered up because they said that it was dropped. Even though people were like, why isn't the docket updated? Where is the docket? Is it still being updated? So, yeah, man, I will be trying to follow this as closely as possible because I think it's really, really important. We have so many allegations in here, from sexual harassment to not being paid. And that's really serious to me, as well as harassment and being ignored. So let me know what you guys think about this. I appreciate it if read the full lawsuit with me. Let me know what you guys think about JT's role in this. Let me know what you think about Rock Nation's role in this. Come and join me on Patreon on my Inside Thoughts tier, where I'm always going to have the tea and get into the real depth of these situations because this is truly disgusting. Good luck to all parties involved. Thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
It's your girl Vina Love, the Harlem Princess, your favorite princess, and this is Destiny Villa.
Period.